Domino's wants all of the smoke. Domino's is trying to win. Hey, Hannibal here. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk about Domino's commercial attacking DoorDash, Grubhub, and Ubereats for their high delivery fees to the merchants. We're going to watch the commercials, about 30 seconds, and get my perspective on things. But before we do that, please hit subscribe. I know the exact metric. 53% of you who watch these videos are not subscribed. Hit the subscribe button. It's the way to keep this channel going. It helps me immensely. So hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into the video.
Local restaurants have been hit hard by fees from delivery apps.
They take a huge chunk of our bottom line. All of that comes out of our pocket and goes to them.
So Domino's franchisees went to local restaurants and bought $100,000 of their gift cards to give out to our customers. That way they could support a mom and pop by ordering directly from them.
And no one got hit by delivery app fees.
I can't believe one restaurant is buying another restaurant's gift certificates to give out, but it sure is wonderful.
So if you're not getting Domino's, skip the delivery apps and order directly from a local restaurant.
This tactic that this national campaign that Domino's is doing does not help us. If you use DoorDash, Grubhub, Ubereats to get your money, it does not help, because what Domino's is doing essentially is telling everybody, every single one of their customers, to order food directly to these small business restaurants. Do not use the apps. If customers actually decide to do that, we won't make any money because there'll be less offers for us to take. Very aggressive tactic by Domino's. Basically, they're on the side of the small business owner. As you've seen, just go on YouTube, actually go talk to a small business owner who has a restaurant. They complain about the high fees DoorDash, Ubereats, and Grubhub have put on them. Fees as high as 30% of each order that they take in.
Widen their consumer base, including Grubhub, DoorDash, and Ubereats, and they noticed the amount they were paying in fees.
When you see your net payout and you compare it to how much actually you made from that order, and they're taking 20-30%, you feel like, like it's a pandemic. Like I wish we didn't have to pay these fees.
And these small business owners feel like they have to use these platforms because of what happened last year with all the lockdowns. They were not making any money, and then came with the tech giants, came in with, hey, we'll play ball with you, but we're going to take a lot of money out of each order. And as we all know, for restaurants, profits are very, very slim. So a lot of money has to be paid for the food, for the labor, for all the crap that is important to keep a restaurant running. It costs a lot of money, and people are tired of it. And Domino's is hitting that pain point for a lot of people and letting customers know about it. And this does not help us, because we would want everyone to order from these platforms all the time. When Domino's comes in with a national commercial talking about, hey, we're not even talking about ordering pizza. The commercial didn't really talk about ordering pizza. It literally said, we gave money to other small businesses, and if you want to help small businesses, don't order from these apps. Now, will this really work? Probably not. Most small business restaurants do not have a delivery service. They don't have couriers to do. Now, some do and still use the platforms. Those who have no way of delivery will still have to use DoorDash, Grubhub, and Ubereats. There's no way to get out of that. Many restaurants that have their own delivery service are going to try to push their delivery service first. I've noticed when I've taken a DoorDash order and you'll see a flyer that's inside in the bag, they'll say, hey, free delivery, order directly from the website, advertising to the DoorDash customer. These restaurants are really hurting from some of the high fees that DoorDash and Grubhub and Ubereats collect. It goes back to the idea of, is this a sustainable business model? It just seems like it doesn't matter if it's the restaurant, the customer, or the driver. Someone's getting pissed off. Someone is upset about the current structure of this arrangement. Some areas is great, but some areas are not so great. Some people love the amount of earnings they make from DoorDash, and some don't. It goes with the merchants and some customers. You ask a customer, how's your experience with DoorDash? And they may have a few horror stories. They may have a few great stories. It's just not consistent. And it seems to be a problem within each market. In the world of business, this is how people do things. This is tactics. This is the way you try to get over on your business competitors. So it's not something that I'm really actually upset about, but it just finds it interesting that will other companies take Domino's lead and try to make it seem like that DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats are basically taking advantage of restaurants. Now, these restaurants, these merchants can decide not to use the system, of course, but it's not about that. It's all about perception. Hey, you see what DoorDash and Grubhub and Uber Eats are doing? They're taking advantage of these poor small business owners that's trying to survive. Don't order from those platforms. Order directly from the restaurant because they will get the money. It stays local. That narrative is just very appealing to customers, especially when we've seen so many restaurants close due to the pandemic, due to basically government closing things down and keeping people from making a living with their businesses. So tell me what you guys think about this story. What do you think about what Domino's is trying to do, trying to get people to avoid using the platforms of DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats and go to the restaurant directly? Put in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.